She's here. It's like,
Yeah, that's what I need sometimes too.
We ready? Are we live? We are live, and we are with the Three Amigos, episode 7.
All right. Lucky 7.
That's right.
We'll just go around. We'll start over here. You guys just introduce yourselves. Let us know what your role is in the band.
All right. My name is Brad Rust, and I am the lead singer, and I also do guitar, rhythm guitar, and lead guitar. So I'm the
Jeff Chriswell, drums and a little bit of vocals.
Gary Alexander, bass, backing vocals.
Cool. And the Three Amigos, that's a perfect name. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, that's what we were
You
getting.
get big fans of the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd say
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta do the salute.
Plus it fits. That's just 3 of them.
So, you guys you've been in other bands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Actually, I have not. This is my
This is your
first band
first- oh,
experience.
nice,
Yeah,
nice.
I've done some solo stuff. These guys, they're the local stars.
Okay. Well, if you guys want to,
I was in SOL for about 10 years.
okay, with Andy Boyce
Yep,
and
Andy and-
yeah.
Yep. And that and did actually was in Last Call for a couple of years.
Okay.
With those guys. And now doing this.
Yeah.
Nice. And you're bass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you always been a bass guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Because we have bass guys that used to be guitar guys and guitar guys that are now bass guys.
All right.
Yeah.
And Jeff,
Yeah, I play drums.
drums.
Mhm.
Have you always played drums?
Yeah, pretty
Mhm.
much. Yeah.
And any other projects besides this one?
Oh yeah. Some worth mentioning, some not worth. I guarantee. Well, like maybe a few people will remember. I was in a band called Blade Runner in the '80s,
Mm.
and then
Blade Runner. They played Mickey's.
I was in Vendetta for
Oh, with Bobbert.
yeah,
Yeah,
quite a few
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Well, like 2 decades.
Yeah.
Actually. And like I say, some of them worth mentioning. Tyndall Creek for about 5 years. That was kind of a bumpy ride.
Right.
Neon Tiger,
Mhm.
and that was all original.
I like that name. That's cool.
So-
That sounds cool.
Mhm.
The vibe on this band is just we just want to have fun.
Right.
We don't. That's why we went. I don't think it's a goofy name, but it's a fun name.
Mhm.
Well,
It's not Blade Runner. It's
Right.
it's not.
You're not setting expectations.
No,
that you're
we're
gonna watch Rust or
yeah,
anything,
but
right?
I mean,
We're all around 60 now, so it's maybe.
all the stuff we play is fun, and that's what we're bringing to the party. Like,
Yeah.
That's
we're
all-
bringing
yeah.
a party.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
I think
sing-alongs,
that,
crowd participation.
All right. If you're
I've
not-
been in so many bands where there's so much friction, and
Yeah.
we don't have that. We're just like, I can say, hey, can we tune down to this song? Or
Right.
Brad's like the easiest.
Mhm.
Both these guys,
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
It's
Makes a big
really
difference.
easy to get along with. And
You guys, do you just do covers or do you have originals also or both? Or
Well, we're doing we do a lot of covers. We do anything. Oh gosh, a lot of stuff. Man. We're all over the board. We do 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Nice.
Today.
Well,
But we're going to be down the road. We're going to be working on some original stuff, and we've got some ideas cooking around, and
Definitely.
yeah, it has
Nice.
some big possible gigs coming up.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it.
huh?
Yeah,
Very
we're gonna
cool.
have fun.
Right.
Yeah.
That's I played in a band for years,
Mhm.
and then we decided, me and the guitar player, we do an acoustic thing,
Uh-huh.
and that was kind of our thing too. Our mentality was like, look, we're not going to do anything we don't want to do.
Mhm.
We're not going to do filler.
Right.
If we pick a song and we're going to play it, and then when we started playing out, like We played a couple shows at like some wineries and
Yeah.
stuff. And it was a big shift for us because we were used to, crowd participation to some extent. Maybe if it was just they watched you, if nothing
Right.
else.
Yeah.
Well, when you play places like that, they're in the middle of their linguine and clam.
Yeah.
But it was an
Yeah.
adjustment. Well, after that, it just kind of reinforced it for us. We were just thinking, well, you know what? If you ain't really freaking paying attention in the first place, and it doesn't matter what we play, we're going to make ourselves happy and play what we want to play.
Right.
And if we can turn somebody on to something cool, if not, we're just background music.
There you
So
go.
we were cool with that too.
Yeah, exactly.
But
As long as those vibes are heard.
right.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No.
Mhm.
I didn't mean to interrupt. But I think back at Clark's Bar, I think you were in a band called KFC. I think KPC. We did a gig with you guys, and I think it was
was there poker?
the
around?
Bong Brothers and
Oh wow! Yeah, man, that was like 150 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Higgins and Kirk Miser.
Yeah.
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 I remember that.
Wow.
But that was at Clark's, so you're going back a little ways. But you guys were doing some Ramones and stuff.
Right.
I love it.
Right. Well, I was singing and playing, so I'm like, here's what I can do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't getting no Van Halen's.
I think it was Bang on the Brat with a baseball bat.
Yeah. We did the KKK, Took My Baby Away. We did Beat on the Brat. We never did Sedated.
KPC. Yeah. Original stuff. Good original
Yeah,
stuff. too.
when we've all said and done, man,
CD, yeah.
we had like maybe 24 originals. Maybe.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
When you go back and listen to them, though, even though it's only been 150 years ago, it's so dated. I still think it's cool, man, but it's so dated.
But
But one of these days, it'll be so dated that it's cool again.
there you go. It
So
always
that's what
comes
we're
back
banking
around.
My grandson Levi,
It's always repeat.
he could be like, check it out. My grandpa was on the ground floor or something.
There you go. That's right.
So, okay, we can go around influences. I always find it interesting. Like,
Mhm.
there's bands that I like for different reasons. Being a vocalist to a certain extent,
Mhm.
one of my favorites is Paul Rodgers from Bad Company. Probably the best vocalist in rock and just
Yeah.
overall rock and roll,
In the general.
my opinion. And I like Lane Staley. Those are two of my
Mhm.
huge influences. Not that I sound anything like that, but
Yeah.
those are the guys that I admire.
Mhm.
So,
I was an 80s metal head.
right?
I mean, I was into Sabotage, Wasp, Crocus,
Sabotage.
Queensryche. I was really into them for
Yeah, Queensryche.
Queensryche was one of my favorites for a long time.
Was it Saxon?
Saxon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Saxon.
they're kind of old too.
Yeah. Denim and leather.
Yeah.
Saxon. No doubt.
Jeff?
I went through a phase like in high school that I could only listen to progressive bands like Yes, Supertramp. I wouldn't put Floyd in a progressive, but Jethro Tull, that
Right,
kind of thing. I went through that, and then about the mid '80s when I joined Blade Runner, it went a completely different direction. So it was Maiden. I always listened to Sabbath.
Right.
Kiss was a big influence.
He's a big
I saw
Queen.
Kiss in '76 on the Destroyer
Wow.
tour.
He's a big Queen fan too.
Huge Queen fan.
Right.
I saw Queen in the '70s, and then I saw them with Adam Lambert, and it was great.
All right.
We were like right down front.
Wow, that would be a
And
show.
Roger Taylor was one of my favorite drummers, and they shifted from the drums were way back here, and then the stage came clear out. Roger Taylor pops up right in front of me.
Wow.
I mean, I could have took a spitball and hit him.
You should have.
And then Adam Lambert come out, and my wife like lost it. She goes, "Look at his shoes."
The shoes.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
He does like 15 shoe changes and everything, but I mean, he really did Freddie a really good tribute. You know,
Right.
so like, no, I'm not trying to take his place, and
Right.
But back to the question: Queen, Sabbath, And then later on, Maiden, Priest, Great White, just down the list of
Right.
Helix, like some of these bands
Native
that were kind of, if you're from Canada, you're not going to get depressed. That
Right.
like April Wine, they toured
Right.
with Rush all the time. I love those guys,
Mhm.
and Rush, obviously.
Yeah.
The Who, anything classic like that, and a lot of the covers that I'm suggesting for now, are really obscure. Like
Right.
we're
Yeah.
doing Jim Croce, we're doing,
Ones you don't hear very often.
Right. That's kind of
Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah.
I just don't want somebody to come to one of our gigs and say, well, I could hear this song at that bar.
Yeah.
I could just go down the road and
Well, they're playing Mustang Sally.
yeah.
About legendary.
It's almost time for Free
Yeah,
Virgin
it's
Wagon. We're just gonna get around to that.
And no respect to Mustang Sally, it's a great
Oh,
song, but
absolutely.
it's
It's played a
it's
lot.
beat
Yeah,
to death,
it
man.
is.
It's beat to
You always
death.
got classics though.
Yeah.
Right.
They always go over well.
Oh,
no
it's
matter
got
what.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get them going.
But we won't like, and I don't mean to keep making it about me. I'm just trying to relate, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, especially with acoustic stuff, it's like there's so much of it out there, but there's a lot of it that you don't want to do. You just
Right.
because, like you said, it gets kind of beat to death. So
Mhm.
when we were babies of the grunge era,
Mhm.
we just started taking these grunge era songs that we liked and
Make them your own.
yeah, and
yeah,
thank God for Shinedown.
yeah.
Because
yeah.
you can find any acoustic version of a cool song.
Yeah.
Shinedown's already done it. They've already laid it
Right.
out for you.
Just see what.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a good
you
arrangement. Different.
Do
yeah.
your own version of
Yeah.
it, but they, you can
Yeah.
figure out the arrangements a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's broken down already, broken down for you.
Right. Well, I think the whole chord. Well, there's different chords in their version of Simple Man, I believe. Because I've tried to, I've played along with it.
Right,
and I think it's in a different.
Might be tuned there. It might
I
be a
think
half
it's
step down.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah,
I
they
think
probably
I was
dropped it.
playing
I'm sure
the
it's
G,
dropped.
Yeah,
Right, probably half step down.
yeah, or yeah, C.
See, I didn't. I'm such a novice with like music and music theory and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like I know how to
I'm
tune
learning.
a guitar.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean, but like there's a lot of it that I just don't understand.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it doesn't take much to like you don't have to know a lot to know more than I
Yeah.
do about that.
I
kind of
got
stuff.
you. Yeah, I'm the same way.
But I can tell you, like I can't
Mhm.
tell you what notes to play on the bass, but I could say, it goes da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you guys know what I'm
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah,
speak,
yeah, I
you
got
speak
you.
musician to
You're right. Yeah.
Like I got really
Yeah.
good when in the other
Mhm.
band speaking drummer.
Yeah, right.
With the booms and the flaps and the
Yeah, can you put a tss and a
Yeah.
ksh in that?
It stops there, then there's a flap.
Yeah, what?
Secret language.
Yeah, it's this chingy chingy that I really like. I don't know what it is, but it's like
Long time ago, Boris said, okay, when I stop, I want put a little back, put a little back. I'm like, yeah, okay.
And yeah, you get it.
It's a triplet, is what it is.
Ah, God, that's cool. Yeah.
And as a singer, it's fun when they go, that part where you go, and they don't know the words, they'll just go. And I'm thinking, I hope I don't sound like that.
Like you're right.
Yeah.
Google, yeah, Shazam.
Yeah.
Beat Shazam. Human Shazam.
I think something that kind of caught my attention lately is like how some of these guys are kind of ruining their reputations right now. Like David Lee Roth and stuff.
Oh, just going
Yeah,
out.
good
on
the
there.
videos they're putting
Yeah.
just vocally and stuff, just
It's
it ain't
sad
there,
to a
you know.
point, man.
It
It's
is.
sad.
It's really sad.
Like they're not even giving 50%. They're just coming out and getting the paycheck. Some of them.
Well,
I
they
mean,
might
they're
be
just-
giving 100%, but their 100%'s only
That's
so
true.
much,
too.
you
Done-
know?
Yeah,
done
that's true,
taxed
too.
them.
Yeah.
Right.
They done went by them. So, yeah.
And
Good point.
and I guess I can't speak to David Lee Roth, of course.
Mhm.
But,
Right.
if you think about the mentality, like your entire life,
Yeah.
all you've ever been told is how good
How
you are,
great
man.
you are. Yeah.
You're great. You're fabulous. You sound so amazing.
Mhm.
You can't just one day shut it off because you got old. Look at us. We're
Yeah.
old.
Right.
We can't shut it off. You know what I mean? Honestly,
Yourself.
I'm
27.
you right. I'm only 14. I was a coal miner. It's really hard on your body.
Very true.
You know what I mean? It's like, as long as there's asses in the seats, he'll go out there and
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? And,
Good point.
But I get what you're saying. It's kind of sad to a point. It's just like, oh, you were so up here,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you
Well, you
know,
feel like even like Vince Neil and people like that these days and stuff, they're just
Yeah.
not what they were. And they
Right.
come out and trying to be that.
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
You know.
And
Well,
how
there's
much is them, and how much is the industry pushing it?
Well, that's true.
You
It's
know?
all big bucks.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
That's true too. You may have obligations
Oh,
if
yeah.
you gotta, you know, they may have to, they
That's
may
right.
have to be out there.
Right. If you say, well,
Yeah.
if you sign a deal for however many shows, you even if you don't
Right.
sound the greatest, you still got to do it. I
That's,
mean.
Yeah.
that's true too.
We will never know that stress. We will never know.
No, probably not.
Yeah. Sorry, Dave, if you're watching. We don't mean to. We will never understand, brother. We love you.
No.
Jump.
Right. Yeah.
No doubt.
So when you guys aren't playing music, what do you like to do for fun?
I work in the oil fields.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
not
pretty
fun,
much.
is it?
And
That's
not much fun. Build models, stuff like that.
Oh, nice, like model cars.
Yeah.
Oh, very
Cars,
cool.
boats, stuff like that.
Nice. Nice. Anybody else?
Well, I like to play music.
Right?
Pretty much what I do in my spare time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you like Mexican food?
that's a hobby. Mexican food's a hobby.
That's right. That's right. The Amigos jumping beans.
So,
But-
have you guys played the block party here in town?
yeah, we did.
I seen
Yeah,
some
that was-
videos from that. That was cool.
Oh, man.
You guys have anything lined up you want to pump, push?
We're getting ready to play a couple shows in Dresden.
Mhm.
Okay.
American Legion. We're just waiting for the dates.
Nice.
Yep.
Right now, that's gonna be probably our next gig.
Open to the
Yes,
public,
yeah.
Shady?
Yeah.
Yeah. mhm.
Oh, very
yeah,
cool.
I believe they are, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Yeah, they will be.
That's
We
awesome.
would have been out a lot sooner, but we were just looking for a lead guitar player, electric lead guitar player. and
Mhm.
We wasted a lot of time.
we did looking for one.
I mean,
yeah.
where we could have been like as a nucleus,
Mhm.
Right.
because Gary and I lock in good, Brad and I lock in good.
Yeah.
I think our harmonies are
Mhm.
pretty good,
Right.
and but that really slowed us down. I mean,
Yeah. it
Right.
did.
Yeah, 'cause we did
And-
try a
Couple months.
couple
We-
guitar
we-
players out. So.
and they
It's
weren't
rough.
per se auditions.
Right.
I don't say that when
Right.
I'm like, hey, come on in. There's an amp here if you want to use it.
Right.
I got a couple guitars up here if you want to use that.
And you'll know right away if it vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just does.
Right.
Like one guy, I had the highest hopes for him, and he's a good dude, but it's like didn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't. I don't know. So we wasted a lot of the summer over that. But
We run into that when it was just we were just like a punk band.
Yeah.
And before Frazier joined the band, we tried out a couple of guys, and they were either like way like you're too good to be in our band,
Yeah.
or you're not good enough to be in our band. And I don't mean
Yeah.
that with any disrespect if any of them guys will be watching, but
Right.
it would either be like a complete style
Yeah, it's one way or
difference,
the other.
or and then Frazier moved back from Texas and he came down and just jammed with us at practice, and
Mhm.
you could probably smell it in the air. Me and
Yeah.
Shuddy were just like, we need him in this band. And like we gotta convince
You don't
him
want
that we're cool.
You don't want to seem
know?
too desperate.
Right,
Too like,
right. Yeah, you know, like we really wanted to convince him that we were cool, man. You should join the band.
oh, we're gonna have to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we'll
We got a couple more.
they'll call us. We'll call.
But with us, I know it. Were you guys all friends before you played music together?
I met Brad through Jeff.
Okay.
Mhm.
So pretty
Yeah.
much.
I knew him from SOL when
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
in
right.
Netta, and
Yeah.
you know, our guitar player kind of jumped ship and started SOL.
So-
All the guys that I jam with, man, we all grew up in the same neighborhood.
Right. Yeah.
So when we found that we had musical interests in common, it was just even better.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
really-
It makes it, like you were saying earlier, man. It makes a big difference if you don't gel with people, man.
right.
It's
you
a
could be
chemistry.
playing-
I
yeah, you
mean,
could be playing
you
with
know.
a
Yeah.
really good player, and it's just like,
Yeah.
nah.
Well, a lot of people they stick to one genre. A lot of musicians too,
Right.
And we're pretty versatile, I believe. We play a lot of different stuff. We
Yeah.
can go crunch,
Right, you like a lot of
all the way
different
down.
stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That
yeah.
makes
So
a huge difference too.
yeah. So I mean that's that's pretty important. I think is a good wide variety of because you're playing to different kind of
Right,
different people.
right.
So
Well, I was telling Mickey and my wife, because that's usually the only people I talk to. But I was saying, well, I had the guys on from Piss and Vinegar, and I had Brownie and Brad on from Scarred Existence,
mhm.
had Bobby on from Six Deep, and I was kind of in that vein, and I I'll run into guys that I know at Walmart. And I'll be like, hey man, you
Yeah.
want, you know, I told Wendy, I was like, and I don't, this is a term of endearment. I was like, Facebook musicians.
Yeah.
I was like, Brad.
Yeah.
I was
that's
like,
cool.
there's a lot of Brads out there that play on Facebook, man.
Yeah,
And they can have a voice too. you know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
awesome, man.
And
Heck yeah.
so if anybody watches this and wants to be on the podcast, it doesn't even necessarily have to be completely music.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But even if you just want to come on and talk about your favorite genre or explain a genre, that would be great.
Right.
So yeah, before I forget, thanks for coming on.
Oh,
I really
no problem.
appreciate
Thank
for
you.
having
Thank you.
us, man. Yeah,
Absolutely.
for
Thank
sure.
you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's a blast.
it. We don't follow a script. We just kind of wing it.
Yeah, that's way
That's the most
keep it
natural.
real, man. Keep
Yeah,
it raw.
it's very organic. I thought.
Yeah,
Right.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how we like our
My
music.
notes. Damn it, I'm lost again.
So,
Colin,
So I asked
line.
Can you read this?
Now a word from our
Oh,
sponsor.
smeared.
What's your
What's your favorite brand? I asked kind of similar questions. You know, like if you were at a stoplight and I pulled up next to you at the intersection and you were listening to a song, what song do you think would surprise people? Because you said you're like an 80s metal dude,
I'd probably be listening like Walk in the Shadows.
right?
Age Right. Along those lines.
Maybe
Maybe in Sabotage. You know,
Right.
Dungeons Are Calling.
Mhm.
Really like that album.
You say Sabotage?
Oh yeah.
That's good stuff.
What would surprise people? Well, you like prog rock, so you
Well, that was in high school.
Okay.
I got out of that. I like something that would surprise somebody. It was like, you know, he's been gone for so long, like Dio. You know,
Oh,
Man on the Silver Mountain. or
he has
something
come
like
up.
that.
He's come up in about every podcast, I believe.
Wow.
He has come up.
Yeah, it's
Shout out to
it's a
him.
weird thing. Like my favorite singers are Freddie Mercury and Ronnie James Dio. So
Yeah.
two complete. Well, you know, Halford
Little
Jeff
falsetto,
Tate, like he
little
was saying,
operatic.
like
Yeah.
from Queensryche. Along those lines, like Don Dawkins got to give that up too, man.
Yeah.
It's just
we were. I was talking with
he was great at one time.
Yeah.
vocals. Yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah. If you ever turn on XM radio,
Mhm.
it's Dawkins.
I did.
It's
Say
like
that.
rock.
You get your tooth and nail a lot too.
Right.
It's like
Breaking
Yeah.
the chains.
breaking the
Yeah.
chains. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tooth and nail is my favorite Dawkins album. I
You
love
know, we know you're old when you hear "Seasons in the Abyss."
it. Yeah.
On Ozzy's bone. First, it was like,
Yeah.
in my head,
And then it's like,
and then I was instantly just.
Oh.
Finally got an old where they're playing freaking Slayer on the screen.
They come on at the dentist
Yeah,
office.
and they're like, yeah, that's next. You'll be laying there.
Oh
What
my.
about you, Brad? Well, you probably run the gauntlet on music, though.
oh gosh, I don't know. I just have a wide variety of music.
Right? I can say I've heard you do
Oh,
Fleetwood
boy.
Mac, the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah,
you like,
I've done
that's cool,
everything.
man. Very
everything.
cool.
You know, that's what I told these guys. I think when I first started jamming with Jeff, he was asking about, you know, what kind. I think it was right before we jammed together. He sent me a message and he asked me, he said, well, "What kind of stuff do you like?" I was like, "Well, I can go from Bob Marley to Slayer in like 2.1, man." You know, it's like right now, and that's literally my mix is so crazy because I'll have John Denver, Neil Diamond, and then there's some Pantera.
Right.
You know, there's
back in the
Cemetery
day of Burden CDs.
Mhm,
Back, you know, back
yeah.
in the 1900s.
Oh my gosh. Making
I
a
would-
mix.
I would get
I'd go
songs.
back further.
I would get songs like that I would think would be cool for us to play. So I would
Mhm.
make CDs for everybody. And the very last track was always like a surprise.
Yeah. Like a
So-
bonus.
You would hear like "This Love" by Pantera would be like the last track, and then there would be one more track, and it would be like "Tutti Frutti" by Little Richard. And finally, Fraser's like, "Why do you do that, man?" And I was like, "Because I just want you, because I know you're going to crank that Pantera song,
Yep.
and you're going to leave it cranked up to see what's next."
Next
And I'm praying to God you got your windows down at an intersection somewhere.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Little Richard comes blasting out of the speed. I like that kind of music. It's not
Yeah,
big on Little
me
Richard.
too, dude. Me
But
too.
yeah, that's me too,
Yeah,
man. Mine, it's all over the place.
Oh whatever gets that, you know.
I'll be in the car with my wife, and we're going through McDonald's drive-through, and Brain Damage comes on,
Mhm.
Pink Floyd, and I'm like, it's like, oh, this is the part. I was like, there's a backup singer, man, and she's like an instrument.
Yeah.
Wendy's kind of looking at me, and I was like, right here, and the lady starts singing, and it's just, and it builds, and and then that turns into a saxophone note.
Yeah.
Like they match
wow,
the
yeah.
note, and she was just like, only you would know. Only you would know. But that's the way my head works. Like, I don't remember where my vape is when I'm holding it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'll remember, oh, this is the part where he says that one line and the very last word echoes. And they don't do it any other
Wow.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, right.
Yeah, it's from listening to it.
I don't know,
getting to
it's-
knowing it,
it's
getting
not
to
a-
know the music.
It's not really a blessing. It's not really a curse. It's
Right.
just
Yeah.
like,
It's,
if I'm ever on a
I
game
told
show,
the
I'm going to fucking clean up.
That's right.
Can I swear? Am I allowed to swear? I'll keep it to a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the first time we've ever went live.
Oh,
Well,
it's
we don't
all
have
right.
any
Yeah, that's
sponsors.
right.
Well,
Yeah.
I take that back. We do have a couple of sponsors. I'm going to give a
Mhm.
shout out to Locals Barbershop on the Hill and downtown. Great people, great businesses. If you want to get your hair cut, your beard trimmed, whatever, man,
Gary.
look them up.
Yeah.
Gary.
You can trim.
They can do this.
There you go.
They can make it look good.
Right.
But Jay, Brandon, and Aaron, Kobe, all those guys, great people. Of course, I want to give a shout out to the Crazy Cake Lady at 119 South 6th Street.
Good stuff.
Got a visual aid for the
Yum.
viewing audience.
Oh my.
Samples?
Well, I promised Nikki and Bobby one. You guys can arm wrestle over it. These are the peanut butter and jelly cupcakes.
I'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good. I have a high sugar.
Oh, I do too, but I don't think there's any sugar in it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Good,
But yeah, that's the end. That's the end of my sponsor. I always like to shout out Jay and Brandon. Like I said, they're great people, man. And Mickey Smith, Nikki, and Bobby, everybody here.
Yeah.
Ron for the stuff that he does behind the scenes.
Mhm.
That was his nickname in high school. Was "Hey, you in the bushes."
Hey, you in the bushes. The grassy knoll.
I don't think that was true.
No, that wasn't true. It was probably just Ron Dog or something. I'm picking on the guy, ain't even in.
Yeah.
We love you, Ron. We love you.
It's a start of beef.
Right. Well, they said controversy makes people subscribe.
There you go.
So if you're watching this, just tell your friends, look, he's a complete mess. Just watch it. It was like a train wreck with flesh.
The amigos bursted out
Right.
of this fight.
Yeah.
Switchblades.
Yeah, someone yelled, he's got a knife. So I guess I just have one more question, and then we'll do it individually. It's kind of my thing. I ask the same question of all the artists that are on, and I'll start with Brad.
Mhm.
If you had to pick a superpower
Mhm.
between the power of flight, Ron, is that a shout out from Ron? Oh, we love you too. That's the first time anybody's ever commented.
Is that right?
It's the first time we've ever done live.
Oh boy.
Could be a lot of firsts.
You're well loved.
But the power of invisibility
Okay.
or the power of flight,
Mhm.
you can turn them off and on whenever you want.
Mm.
And you have to tell me why you chose it and would you use that power for good or for evil? But before you answer, evil is broken down into many different subcultures of evil.
Mhm.
Okay. You got nasty evil, like crucifix, go away evil. We're not talking about that. We're talking like mischievous.
Gotcha.
Like hiding someone's
Yeah.
mail or something. Don't mess with their mail, you good prison.
Right.
But anyway, you know what I mean? Mischievous stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe, put a
That's an
mouse in your
interesting
shit.
question, Bill. That's some philosophical and existential stuff there. Okay.
Try to be as
I
deep
like
as
it.
possible.
Well, I think I would pick invisibility, and I would use it for good.
No
By
judgment.
yeah, okay, and I would use it for good, and so.
What would be the main reason
the
you would want to
main
be
reason
invisible?
I would want to be invisible? Well, that's an interesting question, I guess, because I would be able to choose when I want to be seen. You know.
That is, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean,
So, like, if you
don't
didn't
wanna-
like this situation, you're
they're
invisible.
gone.
Yeah.
Or, if you see somebody needs a hand or whatever, and they're a very proud person, you could just and go over and give them a little hand, a little boost.
See,
That's the good part.
I chose invisible, but then I would use it for evil.
Would you?
I would take people's money.
I thought about it.
I would be the guy with the bank bag just flipping out myself.
What was that?
Man. I'm invisible. Prove it was me. Even though I admitted it on the internet.
Yeah.
Prove it about invisible. How you gonna pick an invisible guy?
Exactly, dude. What do you look like?
Gary, what would you pick?
Honestly, I think I'd pick flight. Because I think they've even had dreams where I'm flying.
Right.
Actually, so I think a lot of people do that. But I would pick flight, and using it for good or evil, I'm not sure. I think it'd be good because most people would go, "Look at that!"
Yeah, man.
What the hell?
Cheer them up.
Yeah.
Like you guys are gonna think it's crazy.
Let them know people can fly.
It's old guy. It's old guy with a fly. I had his shirt on. So I know you just got.
I think once in a while I just have to stick a red cape on just to fool people. Yeah, I think I would. I think I just pick flight.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get to you, Jeff.
Oh, I'm good.
But most guys that picked flight, it was because like when they're done with the show, they could just be home, just be there.
Wow.
That'd be cool.
Like
too.
everybody that said, like Anthony was like, man, 3 hours away, the other side of whatever in
Yeah.
Cleveland, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. If I could just be like, bam, and I'm home.
Yeah.
He was like, how cool that was.
Would be. The other guys be mad though. Where's he at? He ain't helping load equipment.
Yeah, he'd have
He
to
flew
take-
off
yeah,
again.
Damn, I forgot my mic cable.
So Jeff, last but not least, which one would you pick?
Wow. Like Gary said, hard question. I'm gonna go invisible, to be, and I'm not political at all, but I would like to sit on what the advisors
Oh, like
are
you-
telling
you drop?
our leaders
Hey.
how we should run our country, and
Hey,
if the whole thing of
That's kind of evil.
of
yeah,
of,
that's gonna be
of everything, like COVID and everything.
Right, so you would know if it was bullshit. Like,
Right. I mean,
all the same.
I know it was real because we lost people, but are related to me. But how and why and everything. If you could be in China
right.
and you understood Chinese, well, you could just get an app on your phone.
I was just gonna.
Was
It
was
be
it from
no
a
good.
bat or was
Yeah.
was it from and just to be a fly on the wall?
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
I guess-
like that analogy.
I don't know. What am I going to do about it? I mean, I don't think that would be evil. I would just want to know for my own curiosity.
Right.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Well, cool. Very cool, guys. Thank you, man.
All right.
Hard
Yeah.
question.
And the guy from the Filthy Heathens had a really good point, and I always bring this up too. He said that he would harness the power of flight so he could be home right after a show. And you could fly so high that no one could see you. So technically you would be invisible.
Oh man.
How-
Why didn't I
how
think?
brilliant
Oh
is
yeah.
that?
Yeah. Whoa.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Boom. Yeah. That's good.
I bet
Yeah,
I bet
that
the
was-
guideless counselor just said, "You're never gonna amount to nothing."
Yeah,
I
right.
bet he's eating his words.
I bet.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Hey, thanks again, guys.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
hey, wait, we got a shout out from David Martin. It says, "Sounds great. Glad your hard work and patience is paying off." Hey, thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate it. And like I said, if anybody's interested in being a sponsor of the podcast, they can contact us through the Studio 117 Facebook page, or the email is Studio 117 at marketing. No,
Marketing at gmail.com.
okay.
Studio 117 marketing
117 marketing
at gmail.
at gmail.com. I'm just a talent, folks. I don't have any brains. I was the only one that would work for free.
We know how that
Get
is.
it. We know how that is.
Hey, thanks again, guys. And
Thank
everybody
you,
for
man.
tuning in.
Hey,
We
thank
appreciate
you.
it. Remember to like and subscribe.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
Three
no problem.
amigos.
ABC.
That's right.
So long ago.
Oh man. I'm telling